And then you get in some kind of inspiration and hope, only to get pulled back again and start questioning yourself. So I think that questioning yourself and self-sabotage will always be there. But when you put everything in the perspective of this simple map, a forwards and a pullback, a drive and a closing up, even opening your heart to the world and closing up and being a victim. Welcome, my friends. This is a map to feeling the most vibrant, the most alive you've ever felt. In this video, we'll be going through the journey from fear all the way to feeling alive and vibrant. And we'll be going through 3 doors of how to get to the next level, the next part of the journey on the map. After hundreds of books on self-development, after tens of thousands of YouTubes, after 25 years of my own experience in mindset and psychology, going through a divorce and living this journey, you know what I discovered? There's a common map to get from that place of feeling stuck or feeling like a follower or feeling like you're in Groundhog Day, all the way through the next doors to aliveness, a meaningful pursuit, a passion, a drive, an expansion, and alignment inside you where you feel amazing. And that feeling is contagious to everyone in your life. All right, so here's the journey. There are 4 zones, 4 worlds that we live in. The fear zone, the inspiration and hope zone, the courage and action zone, and the vibrance and feeling alive zone. But here's where the secret aliveness map gets really, really interesting. There is this constant pullback, this conveyor belt, this train, if you like. It brings us constantly back to the comfort zone, the fear zone. And who's driving that train? Well, the secret is usually our environment and where we live and the people we surround ourselves with. And our society rules are driving that train. Our environment is more powerful than our behavior. But the truth is, when you have mindsets, the ability to reframe things, and you surround yourself with a powerful environment, then you are always the driver. And so you want to be going this way to aliveness. And as you do that, you'll see the whole world pulls us the other way. So the fear zone, the comfort zone, is where most of us live. Some of us want to live in this zone. We choose to. And I like to describe this as society's cage. If you look at Code of the Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley, he has this thing called the culturescape. And so our environment controls us, and it lays out the rules and the expectations for us, the paths we're supposed to follow. And so we all follow these paths, but we end up thinking that happiness is at the end of the path. Once we've followed the career ladder or sold a business or got married, we've got the bigger house, we've got the kids, and where is our happiness? In this zone, we end up living small. We end up being a follower to our environment. Negatives and external things people do. We worry about what people think, and those negatives and negative thinking or tiredness or laziness or stuck in Groundhog Day, just paying the bills, the 9-to-5s that don't fulfill us. And we keep repeating the same pattern over and over again in some kind of fixed mindset where we're not growing, we're not expanding, and these are the things that we crave. And maybe you follow the crowd, maybe you're too nice, too agreeable. Maybe you're shy, maybe you're reactive. Maybe you get triggered very easily by things from your past. Maybe you have little action. You start goals, start new projects, and then unable to continue or finish them. You start questioning yourself, blaming yourself. Maybe you're stuck in victim from things that happened a long, long time ago. Maybe you judge other people all the time and judge yourself and self-sabotage yourself with perfectionism, overwhelm, overthinking. Maybe you beat yourself up, self-harm with negative thinking. It starts to affect your whole body. These are the signs that you are living in the fear zone. And often we want to change, but we get scared of change. And so the fear strikes again. We want to be happy, but that's something in the future that we have to get a certain status or a certain amount of money or a vacation to make us happy. Or we need another person to fulfill us and complete us. You complete me, says Jerry Maguire. But no, no, no. You're already complete when you work from the inside out. You always were.
All right, I hope you're enjoying the video. So just quickly, I want to talk about how to get from one zone to the other zone. And there's these keys, there's multiple keys that help us go this way and not get pulled back by our environment or ourselves or our self-sabotage. And so one of the biggest keys of all that you will need on every single door is letting go. What do I mean by letting go? I mean the ability, the skill set, the emotional awareness to understand that the things that are not serving you, that are taking your energy away, understanding how to let go of those self-sabotages. So it could be anger. Anger is destroying, you're angry at someone else, but it's destroying you. It could be stories from the past.
And so typically at many times of the year, especially at the start of a new year, we get to the hope zone, we get inspired. We get to the hope zone, we get inspired, we read books, we get motivated by Instagram reels that make us feel like we can do stuff. We start gym programs. We read book after book and then look for the next one, look for the next thing. We start analyzing if we can do things. And this is called getting inspired and feeling the hope. So many of us buy courses and we don't complete hardly any of them. We look for the next free ticket, the next hack, but we don't take the action. And so you'd think inspiration and hope is a really cool place to be. You're excited to expand. You can actually see how you can change. You've seen others change around you. It appears as if people on Instagram are doing really, really well in their filtered, beautiful lives. But you are not your ego and you're not your thought. But unfortunately, overthinking stops us from taking action. Maybe you read and you journal and you plan and you have to-do lists and you get overwhelmed. Maybe we overplan. Maybe we overvision. But where's the action? The action is the thing that changes everything. And so if you can get through this next door, it's one of the most beautiful of all. The action zone, the courage zone. Courage is a requirement to get here, unless you're playing really small. It's about starting to finally head towards your goals. It's exciting. And the consistent tiny steps towards them. Maybe you're starting to get accountable and seeing amazing results. Maybe your courage is pushing you through, or your incredible dedication or hard work. And the more you push, the more success you see, the more confidence, the more self-esteem, the more self-trust. And even better, why not be like a kid again? Get experimental, play, be playful, try new things, do something that scares you every day. Try a new class. But there's a secret to this zone to master it. And it's not goals, it's habits. Habits are the tiny 1% that add up to spectacular results over time. Habits are the easiest thing to get started with. Habits are the easiest thing to achieve. Habits change your behavior. Habits change who you're being. Habits change your energy. You can do anything with habits. But the problem with these zones, the inspiration and the hope zone, we go through these cycles. We go from fear and comfort to inspiration and hope. I see this online in groups all the time. But then we get pulled back again. What do we get pulled back by? We get pulled back by ourselves and our environments and our stories from the past. We question ourselves. As soon as we start to think and overthink and analyze, we beat ourselves up. And the only secret to this is really get out of overthinking by taking more action. And yes, more habits, more tiny steps. This is the thing that's going to drive us forward and counteract that pull backwards, because know that that pull backwards is always going to be there forever in our lives. And for what we deeply crave is that expansion forever. A drive, a meaningful pursuit towards something that lights us up with so many goosebumps in every cell of our body. And so every time we need to keep pushing forward, and some of us make it past hope and inspiration to actually step into action for longer than a week. It's a struggle in New Year's resolutions. But when we have the habits and the habit systems in place, we can do this. We can achieve amazing things. But then we get pulled back again because we have become a victim of our own success. We start to achieve things. We start to get bigger. We start to grow a business, maybe an entrepreneurial journey, or we find a new amazing relationship. But what happens over time, over a short time, is we lose our drive. We lose our pursuit. And again, the conveyor belt, the train back to the fear zone is there waiting for us all the time. Our mind and our thoughts and our past will question us all the time. Overthinking, perfectionism, overwhelm, procrastination, all of these things will bring us back to being small again. And even in a relationship, after a while, quite often, unless you maintain that fire and that drive, we'll get pulled back again, right back to comfort. And as soon as we hit comfort, if we don't drive forward again, whether it's in the relationship or out of the relationship, we'll not be living. And once we stay in this zone, we don't feel alive. We're not driving towards anything. We're just kind of slowly dying. So do we go round this loop over and over again? Nope. There's something more magical, something even bigger than action. The vibrant zone, the zone where you feel fully alive and you feel purpose, something bigger than you, helping other people in service and gratitude for everything around you. You see and appreciate everything going on around you, whether it's good or bad, because you're so in the now. You see, the other zones are about the past and building things for the future. But in this zone, we are being. We're so alive, we're so in tune with the now, that not only can we do anything, we can achieve anything, we can be anything, we can feel anything. Like here, it's beautiful and nothing can take you down again. Because the pain is always in the past. The overthinking is in your head. So when we get out of our head and get into the now, the magic happens. And we can, not only that, but we can inspire and radiate to other people. Our cup, you've heard of our cup being so full that it overflows love and energy to everyone around us, whether that's people close to us, our family, our kids, or strangers. I inspire here in this zone. I inspire, I uplift, I can create and be anything. In this zone, I'm so grounded that I can choose my perspective no matter what happens to me, no matter what world situation or person that brings me down, what life curveball gets thrown at me, what breakup, divorce, or anything. I can choose my perspective because I know my mindset, I know my emotional awareness. And just being and experiencing with little or no thought is one of the greatest gifts we can have. Alan Watts talked about this. I'm kind of unfuckwittable, as Visham would say from Mind Valley. I'm unfazed by what people think. I've got full aliveness and I've got no attachment to outcome. I love trying new things. I love succeeding as much as I love failing. It's not about the end reward, it's always about the journey. And again, the habits of action and the being in the now. The feeling aliveness on that journey as many days and steps as possible. And sure, negative thinking, self-sabotages we all talk about, they'll always come back. But this time we smile at them, we give them a little wink. We know our thoughts are not us. I know who I am, I know my identity, and I know it's not the thoughts. The thoughts say all sorts of crazy things. I love those guys. They're not me. We radiate, we have massive self-love, and we have massive love for the world and everyone around us. We have massive kindness, and we never judge. And so because we're in such a place of emotional intelligence and living in the now, anything is possible. I can achieve any goal and any dream because it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And yes, the train, the conveyor belt pulling me back to fear is there, loud and clear. But because I'm in the now, it can never control me. I may get pulled back for a day, and I know the journey again is to expand and proceed forward on that journey every single time. And I love that. Life is a roller coaster. And here, I love the roller coaster. And so this map makes things so easy. It's our mission to constantly drive forward towards aliveness and towards the now, towards our dreams, towards our goals. That requires us to know that our brain will try and pull us back, to know that our environment and our surroundings in society will try to keep us small. You know, advertising, buying things is all sold around fear. So when we're on our phones for hours and hours a day, just scrolling without any purpose, we're choosing fear. And so our mission in this whole Achieve Any Dream YouTube channel is to give you the keys to get from zone to zone constantly. Yes, there is specific keys that will always boost us forward. And that's the magic, discovering these superpowers. The magic is discovering these superpowers and riding the roller coaster back and forth, but knowing that you're spending almost all your time in action, courage, and aliveness. When you get pulled back again, you look forward to the challenge. My friends, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you can relate, maybe overlay some of your situations and journeys through your own life, some of your ups and your downs, maybe some of your breakups, maybe if you've gone through a marriage or even a divorce. See where you are on this map. Where are you on this map right now? Are there times when you've been alive? Are there times when you've been in just action, but you weren't really fully alive? Maybe you didn't even know why you were achieving a goal in the first place. Have you been stuck in this loop of feeling small and closed in, and then you get in some kind of hope and aliveness in a group, and then you get in some kind of inspiration and hope, only to get pulled back again and start questioning yourselves? I think the questioning yourself and self-sabotage will always be there, but when you put everything in the perspective of this simple map, a forwards and a pullback, a drive and a closing up, you know, even opening your heart to the world and closing up and being a victim. You know, there's many, many times in my life and journeys I've been on, stories that apply directly to this map, and I can see exactly where I was. The big question is, are you driving forward in control, with living with intention, or are you getting pulled back? All right, my friends, I hope this resonates with you so much, because pretty much every video we're going to be doing on Achieve Any Dream, this is all about daily empowerment, taking you on this journey all the way to aliveness. And it starts with the action. It starts with courage, it starts with habits. And so you'll find every video here is all about this journey, to help you be the most bold, vibrant, superhero, alive version of yourself. So throw a comment below. Are you driving forwards, or are you getting pulled back constantly? And what are you experiencing? Where are you on this map? Please comment below. Every comment helps this video grow. Every like helps this video grow and reaches more people. And oh my goodness, we are struggling with this so much because we don't have a map. We don't see where we even are, and we're bouncing around in the cage of the fear zone. All right, and check the link in the description. There'll be some amazing videos around how to get out of the trap, how to get out of negative thinking, get out of overthinking. And so just know you can start this journey going through the doors to the next zone at any time, no matter what age, what your environment is right now. It's an internal choice that anyone can do, no matter what they've been through, no matter what victim state they're in or what's happened in your past. You can always choose to drive forward. So please subscribe. We have daily empowerment shorts every single day, and we have amazing longer videos all around your empowerment. So please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate this journey. It's so, it's a pretty, life is a magical journey. And I will see you in the next video.